feeling on tonight? Talk about, how you feeling?
Yeah, no, obviously feeling great. I think most importantly we got the win. We got up early and then they fought back. We knew it was a back-to-back, so we knew we had to fight. And they were coming off their tournament win. So I think it was a good, just fighting game, back and forth, yeah.
Did you pick up pretty early that their defensive strategy was going to be to leave you open?
Yeah, I think it started in LA. And then, a lot of teams started putting their 5 on me. So ever since then, I've been, in the gym, just working, and, credit to the staff and even our players constantly just trusting me to, shoot the ball and, just pass it to me. But I think it was just, having trust in myself, confidence to, keep shooting it even if I miss my first one.
Yeah, and how much, you had to know this was probably coming at some point. Like you said, it did start early. How much is the coaching staff just, dead set on being like, these are the shots you take, and how much does that help?
Yeah, I think, just, how Luca plays, and he can find anyone at any point, and knowing that their guy's got to help off and go double him, and I've got to be ready. So that's just, I try and put myself in a situation where I can be on the floor. I don't want to be the guy that's, taken out because I can't hit that shot. So it's just something I'm going to work on and continue to work on.
Anything else?
In Portland, you mentioned that you needed to let it fly a little bit more on some of the shots that you were turning down. Tonight, did you feel like you took a lot of those shots that you felt you were turning down in previous games?
Yeah, even in Portland, I think, there was a couple of shots I could have shot, but tonight they kind of left me wide open. So I think, I had no choice. I was forced to, and that was just showing the confidence that I was going to sit there and just shoot it. I think, even, thankful for the, the result. But I think the mindset going forward is no matter if those are the shots, I got to keep shooting if they're going to play them like that.
Is there anything throughout this season mechanically that you focused on with your shooting process that has helped you recently?
No. I think, I've had a solid shot. I do want to speed it up a bit. It's just stuff I'm going to keep working on. But yeah, I want to speed it up if, they do close out strong, and I just shoot it.
Have you seen a replay of the Luca pass to you when you were on top of the key?
I haven't yet, but I did not expect that pass to come, so I was just glad, I hit it, and but yeah, and that's, talking about to Luca trusting me, knowing that they're going to help off me, and just him trusting that if he throws it to me, I'm going to hit it.
You're going to enjoy the replay. It's an enjoyable one. And then the other funny moment between you guys, when you swung it to him and he was actually closer to the half court line, was that just you saw him out of the corner of your eye and didn't realize that's where he was?
No, I didn't even see him. I just basketball IQ was just kind of like, that's where the next guy's going to be. And then when I popped back out, I didn't have balance, so I knew I had to swing, and I looked and went to pass it, and I saw him at the half court. So, but he practices those shots. So I said it to him. I said, my bad for putting you in that position. But he's like, I should have hit it. He said I should have hit it.
Dante, you shot it well in Europe the last couple of years. What has changed with your shot since your first time in the NBA to now?
I think it's not a lot. I think it's just the consistency of the reps and just being confident. That's just something I've had just figured out, kind of maturity, growing up and playing. I think, I say this to the coaches a lot, after I miss my first shot, I start thinking, but now it's just, I'm just confident. I know I always had this saying, if I miss my first one, I'm going to make the next one. So that's why I try and always fall back on, and I just keep shooting.
Dante, what have you seen from this team in the past few games that you would, amongst the injuries that you would like to see moving forward?
Yeah, I think, we had me and Keith, talked a bit about that kind of second unit when we kind of gave up the lead, and just how we can get better, connected better. So I think with these new lineups coming in, and, guys being down, and guys coming back in, there's going to be a lot of different lineups and getting used to those lineups. So I think it's just about getting on the same page as quick as possible, but just learning to play with each other. That's going to be the important thing for us.
Off the court, Dante, how's fatherhood?
It's great. I think, we arrived back at around 1 a.m. last night, and she was asleep, and I was just like, can I wake her? Can I wake her? Just so I could feed her. So I was up late feeding her last night, but it's the biggest joy in the world. She has no clue about basketball, but she has a smile on her face, and yeah, it just brings joy to me.
Dante, you do so much kind of connecting passing in this offense, whether it's resetting or swinging, as you were saying. How is that different playing off of someone like Luca who's getting out the ball in his hands a lot versus other offenses that you played in throughout your life that may operate a little bit differently?
Yeah, I think, just being in Europe compared to the NBA, it's a lot different. A lot of ISO ball here, definitely playing off, Luca, Kyrie. And then obviously back in Europe, it was a lot of sets. So I think it's just learning how to play the game, who you're with. I think a lot of the times we try to attack personnel here, which is, working for us, and I think it's an advantage for us as offensive team. So I think that's just kind of the difference, and just me trying to fit into that, where if I need to, after it hasn't worked for a couple plays, just getting the ball and saying, all right, getting guys connected, getting guys organized into an offense, then that's what I can do.
Yeah, obviously when you're hitting shots like you are tonight, that's one kind of weapon, but do you have to be more dynamic than that? Do you have to be able to offer more, whether it's attacking on drives, attacking versus different kinds of actions, versus just being able to kind of stand still, knock down shots in this offense?
I don't know if you've seen my game. I'm a driver, so
Yeah.
but if they're gonna stand 3 feet off me, I'm gonna shoot it. I'd like to get into the paint. I like to cause defenses to collapse and kick out to the open guy and make the right play. That's my game, but obviously I'm gonna do whatever the defense gives me.